Hi, welcome back. We're talking more about managing challenging behaviors. My name is Betsy Marshall, and the last time we talked about redirection and how effective a tool that can be, and how we forget to do that. We go right to punishment. If you are throwing blocks, now you're in timeout. Now the blocks get put away and you go to your room. Or you lose TV time, or things that don't even have anything to do with throwing blocks. So I want you to remember, just simply redirect a behavior. And it could just be with a conversation. If I have Tim putting on his shoes and he gets very frustrated because he can't get them on, he wants to do it himself, and he falls into a heap of tears because he can't get his shoes on, simply a conversation. Let mommy help you with that. Can't wait until we get your shoes on. We're going to go outside and play in the leaves. There's big piles of leaves out there. Have you ever played in the leaves before? Have you done that? And simply focusing his attention on something different. A redirection with a conversation, with an activity, with a story, with a song, can just flip that switch and change that behavior. So please don't forget to just redirect. The younger your children are, toddlers need to be redirected very frequently, and as they get older, less frequently, we hope. Okay, so redirection is key. Redirection is a way to change a behavior instead of punishment. But I told you we were going to talk about punishments when we started this. We talked about the difference between discipline and punishment. Remember, discipline means to teach and to guide, and punishment means to suffer for an offense. And I know we are sometimes quick to punish a child. I'll use an example. I had a mommy tell me the other day that her son Michael gives her a really hard time, and he's older. He's 10. He's a school ager, and when she says, "Okay, turn off your Xbox, it's time to do your homework," it's met with a lot of resistance and inappropriate behavior. He might roll his eyes at her, call her a name, be very disrespectful and defiant, sassy, smart-mouthed. All those terms come to mind. "You don't tell me what to do, mommy. I'll play my Xbox. You're a poopy head," or whatever. So when that happens, mommy might be quick to say, "Xbox is gone. We're taking it away for a week. I'm going to tell your father on you." All those punishments are doled out because we forget we have other tools to use, simply as teaching and guiding. "Oh, Michael, you're upset that mommy said no to something or to stop playing Xbox." And you can be upset. You can say, "I'm mad at you, mommy. I don't like it when you tell me to stop doing something." And you can say you're mad at me, and you can say you don't like it, but we're not going to call mommy names. We're not going to roll your eyes at mommy. We don't do that here. So again, that's teaching and guiding. You can be mad, you can be upset, but we're not doing that. Okay? So we're teaching and guiding. Ideally, before a child does something. We can't teach and guide after the fact. I'll use another example. My boys will be fighting over a toy, the most coveted toy in the house. I'll use this one, my troll dolls. They both like the green troll doll, the favorite troll doll. Everybody wants this one. So they fight over it. "I want it, I want it, no, I want it." We do the mommy thing, sometimes daddies too. We take it away from them. "Nobody gets this toy." And we put it on top of the refrigerator. There, problem solved. Except it's not really solved. You've just taken away a punishment. You guys are fighting over it. Now no one gets it. Instead of using it as a teachable moment, an opportunity to teach and guide. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sounds like both of you want this toy. Both of you want this one toy. We only have one. What can we do? This is where it stops at my house. They look at me and say, "That's your job, Mom." in addition to being the housekeeper, the laundress, the cook, the cleaning lady, you're also the referee. I don't want you to always be the referee in your house. I want you to help your children to figure it out. This is so important, and something in these days, this day and age, we don't do. We go in and we fix the problem. We say, nobody gets it. That's one way. Or we say, here, you have it. As opposed to saying, well, we have a problem. You both want this wonderful toy. What can you do? And then see if they can figure it out. Let them try and figure it out. I grew up in a neighborhood full of children, and this was in the 1960s, when we could play outside, no supervision at all, and we figured it out. We played games like kick the can or tag, and I wanted to be it. And sometimes we put our hands in, our potatoes in, and you did 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato, more, until you figured out who was it, or engine number 9, going down Chicago line. All these things we did to figure out who was going to be first. And if you weren't first, you cried it out because the game went on without you. Now we as parents, caregivers, we go in and we fix the problem for them instead of helping them to work it out. You both want this wonderful toy. What can you do? Your kids will know you'll take it away. So better if they figure it out. And the child who's the quickest on their feet will say, well, I get it first. And then after I'm done, he can have it. Okay, that's an option. Or I get this one, and instead, brother can have these 2, which aren't as wonderful apparently. But I get this one, and he can have these 2. They'll figure it out, or you can help to give them options to figure it out. So what we want to do is to help and guide, teach, as opposed to just punish. You don't get that. I'm taking that away. So give them the resources and the tools to figure out their problems. Okay? The next time we come back, we will talk indeed about punishments and what are appropriate punishments, suffering for an offense, and how do we use those effectively, because sometimes they're not terribly effective. So come back next time for that. Thanks.